In an earlier video, we had looked at why hardware level IT consolidation was happening, and we understood the need to use virtualization was driven by Moore's law, where more resources available in a computer. And then we looked at options of how you could use the container database architecture, sorry, the non-container based traditional architecture to consolidate, wherein you could move existing databases into a new server where you have more resources. But then the problem here was you would land up having to get two independent databases running on the same server, and you will have an independent instance for each one of them, a separate system table space for each one of them, and we had challenges with that. Whereas the other option was to create two virtual machines, for example, considering two databases, and let the two databases have their own independent environments, but still each database has its own instance and system table space was being duplicated. Thus, the need for multiple databases in one hardware has become a requirement to use the resources effectively. Thereby, the need for multi-tenant architecture is now obvious. You now have only one container database to manage, which has one instance by itself. You still have lesser servers to be managed. You only need to patch the CDB and the root gets patched, and automatically the PDBs that are looking into the CDB there, the root, are all patched from an Oracle database code perspective. There is only one operating system to manage. There is one CDB level monitoring you do, plus the ability to manage and monitor individual PDBs is also available. The entire CDB shares a single instance, considering as one node setup. If it is an RAC environment, multiple instances, you don't get an instance for every PDB. Keep that in mind. The CDB has a system table space for the Oracle supplied code, and you can use database resource manager to prioritize how much of resources on the server allocated to the CDB will be given to which PDB, so that you don't have one database hogging all the resources and causing a problem. So you can prioritize resources with the database resource manager. And apart from this, various features, including the ability to do hot cloning, remote cloning, etc., are available to make it easier to move data between databases, between container databases, easier management, secure implementations, and many more. We are not going to look into those features here. Maybe later on in another playlist, I will bring that in. The idea here is to look at what is the high level architecture of this container database. In the next video, which will be the last video, we will start off by looking at what was the non-container database architecture and how is it different in the container database with the various Oracle database components that are available.